tonight on episode 91. Milo is frantically scheduling his November live streams. Coops is frantically spending his poker coins raiding. Ian is frantically planning a 100th birthday party. And I am frantically chasing XP on that grind to level 50. Boys, you're frantic tonight.
Nice.
Beyond frantic, mate.
And you're kind of right. I am frantically planning the 100th episode, but I'm actually frantically planning the Christmas and New Year's ones beforehand.
So even more than frantic, just like me.
I'm super frantic.
Ooh.
So because no one's done it yet, welcome to Incensed podcast. Welcome.
This episode 91.
Yeah. I'm not sure, Marky Boy, if you were getting onto that. I wasn't sure what was going on, but yeah, sorry, I did that part for you. Sorry, bro.
Coopsy. So Milo, you all right? Are you doing all right over there? You're looking very colourful.
Colourful? That's interesting. Using my language is colourful. Yeah, I'm all good, mate. It's a bit knackered after the last 2 days I've had, but yeah, not too bad. Gotta love a podcast night. What about yourself, Mr. Rural Trainer?
Do you know what? I'm going to be really controversial. I'm good, by the way. I'm a lot more awake than I was last week. I'm really happy. Love Thursday nights. Love podcast recording nights. Since they've done this rural boost of spawns, I seem to be getting less spawns. Someone help me here. What are they doing?
Of course, mate. Of course that's happened.
Maybe you're not classed as rural then. Maybe you've been lied to us all along.
Marky Boy, were you really expecting them to get that right? Were you really thinking Niantic are going to get this update right?
You know, it's funny you boys say that, actually, because it did make me laugh. I saw a tweet earlier in the week where my rural trainer status was challenged. Where they were going, you call yourself the rural trainer? I fought for like 3 poker stops, and I was just like, show me a map of it, and I went, maybe I can't really get away with it anymore.
Well, you know what? Actually, I think you're right, because you class where you are as rural, but some places in Australia and America, and they are truly rural.
Yeah.
Truly.
It's just in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, well, I am a fraud. We'll move on. I've got to change that.
Look out for the new t-shirt in the merch store coming soon.
Wait, when you do that, though, that's mental. The fact some people actually have their game open. They can spin the whole avatar around and not see one gym or one Pokestop. Like, that is actually... Yeah,
that's crazy.
I don't think I'd play.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like what? Like, yeah, no, I wouldn't be playing.
Yeah, I'll be giving up on that journey. The grind to level 12 would be enough, wouldn't it, in that situation? Oh dear God! Great to see that everyone's doing all right, and everyone to the listeners.
Pop your incenses, champions. Let's go.
And we are sending you all the shiny and Hyundai look vibes your way. And hopefully you've got a Pokestop near you. But anyway, for those who have some shiny look... Oh, God. Let's listen to this podcast, our podcast, the podcast. Please share your successes on Twitter at #Shinies of the Week.
Clarify the spelling for me.
I love that one. SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. So, boys, we have had a couple of events come and go since we were last together. We've had the Halloween event part 2, and we've had the Dia de Muertos event. I'm sure Ian will probably
nice.
probably pronounce it a little bit better than that. How did your Halloween events finish up? And let's talk about our one of the bit day events for the Dia de Muertos event and what we got up to.
I'm drinking.
Go on, mate. I'll jump straight in. So, first off the bat for you all, I think it's quite apparent. I'm absolutely loving raiding Giratina Origin form. I think that's quite apparent.
No.
Unfortunately, at the moment, like you said, Marky Boy, Halloween Part 2 is ended, so it's just got Shadow Ball. It's no longer got...
Shadow Force.
Yeah.
Thank you. Pogo Milo, UK and Ian Waterfall. Not to be negative, but I'm actually really, really glad the Halloween event's over. It lasted a few days more than what I kind of wanted it to. It kind of dragged a bit, not to be negative. And I apologise, I didn't actually really play he's going to kill me, Dias de Muertos event.
What was that?
Actually, I don't know, Milo. I said he was going to kill me. I don't know what it was.
Eggy fart.
I think it was.
Imagine. So I didn't play the Eggy Fart event. No, I didn't really play it. I did turn on the game and I caught like 5 Duskulls from Spotlight Hour, so I can't comment on that. But yeah, loving the Giratina origin. Glad the Halloween event's over. Did have a good haul. It was fun though. Got a bit of XL for this, that, and the other. So yeah, but looking forward to November. I know we're going to chat about that. Obviously, we're at the start of November now. So yeah, October was fun. So let's see what fun November's got in store for us. Yeah, you knew what I was going with, bro, innit?
Yeah. To be fair to you, the Dia de los Muertos event was put at a very weird time, wasn't it? Tuesday, Wednesday. I'd say the vast majority of people.
That's when the Day of the Dead was.
I know. I'm not an idiot, Ian. No cretinous stuff here.
Fight.
That's enough of that.
Actually, sorry, not just because you played my jingle, not to make this about me. I actually apologise. I actually completely forgot. I did get a shiny Cubone on Tuesday. Sorry, I actually did.
No, second is the Dia de Muertos event.
Yeah. So I apologise. It wasn't all that crap. So yeah, look at me. Forgiven. I didn't play it. Yeah, sorry. Not to make that about me, but yeah, carry on. It's my game. It's my game.
No, I honestly would actually agree somewhat with Coops when it comes to the Halloween Part 2 event. I know we touched on the Halloween Part 1 sort of last week a bit. It did get very boring with the amount of things that kind of went AWOL and a bit wrong with spawns. And I know we talked about Zuwara last week and all the shenanigans that went on with that afterwards. I will say I got literally nothing wild spawn wise in the Halloween Part 2 at all. Eventually got the Noibat, but I had to hatch north of 200 plus 7km eggs to get it, so that was a grind.
Oh my
Mate, I maxed out 7km eggs every day for 2 weeks.
I believe you, Milo. I believe you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't doubting you, but I'm just saying.
I can prove it.
I can prove it.
I just always forget our grinding is so different. I'll literally do like one batch in like 4 weeks, but like, I grinded these eggs. And then Milo's like, I grinded like 10 million. And I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Coops, there's a difference. We've got jobs.
yeah, true.
But in hatching eggs is my job.
Yeah, to be fair, he's got a point. It is kind of his job.
It has to be done. To be done.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's just like the Halloween Part 2, I would say personally, my view on this is that this was one of the worst Halloween event things that they've done. You know, I would say, given how much they have in the game nowadays, you can't really compare it to like 2016 because obviously that was like, hey, there's Drowsy and Zubat and Ghastly and Extra Candy. But I would say this is comfortably probably the second worst they've ever done. Kind of a lackluster bits and pieces. Shiny Pumpkaboo was cool, but like couldn't get the sodding bastard or the Pumpkabunda. No purple Bunda, unfortunately. And the Dia de Muertos event, I tried something a bit unusual. Went over to France for it to try and get some shinies, and I'll just say, where was Duskull in the wild outside of its spotlight hour? That's
barely
all. I was really hoping to see. I know they put it in the announcement of the event saying like, oh, if you're lucky, but I think we had the discussion about a Go Fest event when Coops was saying like, you put Gibble on the poster for 2021 Go Fest or 2020 Go Fest, and then it's not available or something like that. The Dia de Muertos event had the whole Duskull family with the flower crowns on it as the centerpiece of this event, and then it's like, but you can't see it, you can't get it apart from the spotlight hour. I got quite bored of clicking on Sunken. Let's just say that. Oh, and the amount of sunflower off Incensed, holy fuck. That smiling little sunflower bastard, I'd never want to see that thing again. That was triggering me so much. Like, it could be anything off Incensed, but because I'm super lucky, I'm getting a sunflower. That's coming from the Incensed podcast.
GG's, bro.
GG's for the sunflower.
You know, at the end of the day, bro, you can either look at it, it's Niantic's fault, or you just weren't lucky. You know, they did put it in the article, if you're lucky. You just weren't lucky.
That's the problem, I was.
Yeah.
I was very lucky.
With sunflowers. I meant with Duskulls.
Duskull.
Yeah.
Did manage to get it, though. Spotlight hour delivered in a very, very monsoony France. Yeah, I wish it was just around the wild a bit more.
Totally agree with you two boys. The Halloween event was pretty abysmal, to be honest. Part 2, the costumes didn't really do an awful lot to save it. It was shockingly bad. Loved raiding the Giratina, still doing a few of those. It was nice that they eventually did drop Zorua, even though, for me, it wasn't disguising itself, and Francesco took great pleasure in my comments telling me that I was doing something wrong when I wasn't.
I could tell you exactly what you were doing.
No, I wasn't, because I didn't change my buddy.
You didn't switch buddies at all?
No, I only did later in the day, after I'd actually had no luck finding it.
Interesting.
Problem for me was, I was focusing on eggs. I hatched nowhere near as you, Milo. Let's face it, not many people could, but I hatched an awful lot of eggs.
It's my favourite bonus.
And got literally nothing to show for it. Now, I'm not surprised because we all know that eggs are a scam.
Yes.
No shinies in the second week whatsoever. And that's pretty much all that we can say about that. The Dia de Muertos was working for the majority of it. I did actually manage to play half an hour of the Spotlight Hour.
That's a rarity.
I didn't have to go to France to get my shiny Duskull.
Je suis un baguette.
Parlez-vous, une baguette. And yeah, totally agree. Duskull was spawning very, very sparsely in the wild. I did see a few in the wild, but not many at all. But the Spotlight Hour, to paraphrase what you said, did deliver. Masterful 27.
I'm surprised by how many people I know that didn't get the shiny costumes on the event, because there were plenty of pumpkabundas bumbling around for the whole event, and
Plenty of blunder around for sure.
plenty bundled around.
Not enough.
Shiny wise did all right in the second week, including the Giratina raid. Latland, thank you for the raid from Australia, bud. I got 3 shinies, a Shuppet, a Snubble, bizarrely, and a Yamask. Nice to get that in the wild. I was a bit like you, Ian. I did a few eggs. Didn't do anywhere near as many. Just haven't got the time to do it. But did a few batches and got nothing.
Eggy fart.
Yeah.
The eggs were eggy farts, weren't they? Yes.
They were eggy farts.
Yeah.
Well, my suggestion maybe if they're going to roll out another event like that next year is why don't they just do a Halloween Classic event, Niantic? That's probably my tip there, is that they've done Com Day Classics. Can we do Halloween Day Classics or Halloween event classics?
We're going to get Shiny Trevenant next year for Halloween, aren't we? Probably.
Yeah, it should be Phantom.
Finally get one for GBL.
It wasn't an event which made me want to play the game. Let's put it that way. I did find it a little bit samey. I don't know. Pleased it's finished now. But yeah, the Dia de Muertos event, I went for a walk to play it at lunchtime, and I could not believe, like you said, that Duskull just wasn't spawning. I was like going, have they released it for this? Not even on the nearby there was any shadows, and I was going, what the
I couldn't
hell?
believe it, but it just didn't feel like an event, did it?
Didn't feel like an event, and again, I just lost interest in it really quickly. The only good thing from it, and that was only because I've got a Hundo and Roserade, is I needed Roselia candy. All I found myself doing was farming Roselia candy. I needed 10 Candy XL to get the 296, which I've got now. So I've got that bit sorted out. And I have got a rank 1 Ultra League Roserade as well. Coop should be proud of me.
Play it again, Milo. Play it again,
I
bro.
need a mashup of these two. Hang on.
A bit like Ian, I didn't have to travel too far to get my shiny Duskull in Spotlight Hour, and I only played it for 5 minutes, and I got a
5
shiny.
minutes? Wow, GG's.
And I actually genuinely thought it was a boosted shiny based on that.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. And then everybody on replying to your tweet was like, no. No, it's not.
I couldn't believe how many people said that on there. I was like, oh, Jesus, okay.
You just got very lucky, dude.
Extremely lucky. But yeah, I think if we go flex it up game, Ian, how far from home were you when you got your shiny?
400 metres?
This
I
is
was
the
about
distance
400
badge. What are we
metres.
going for
It's the
here?
closest to home wins this one. I think I was about 400 as well, Ian. Miner, how far were you from home?
Well, technically, my home from the night was the hotel, which was
That's
only
not the- no.
only 0.5 miles.
But Mark, I want to know, how many London Eyes was that?
How many diameters was that?
So, good chat, boys, good chats. So, we're going to move into our next section, and that is...
And now, children, it's time for Getting to Know You with the Incensed podcast.
I was listening, and if you haven't listened to this episode, go check it out. We had the amazing Zoe 2 Dots on for an episode, and when I was listening to it, I found that every time we asked a question, and I probably started it, we all kept sort of going, this isn't really a good question, but it's a bit, and I felt like every question we asked on that episode, we were almost playing down how good the question was before we asked it. And in the end, I just went to complete simplicity. So, boys, this is an awful question. I felt like I didn't need to give you any preparation for it because it's something you should know off the top of your head.
It scared me when you just put the first 3 words. I thought, oh no, where is this question going?
What is your? Is that what I left, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ominous.
Boys, what is your favourite type of sandwich?
Oh my God.
Wow.
Dude, I really like this question. I like this. So I'll jump straight in. I apologise if I've said this before, but genuinely, 95% of my life, I've had a tuna, mayo, and cucumber sandwich literally every day of my life for like 90% of it. So yeah, I'm going with tuna and cucumber sandwich.
I've always gone for like an egg mayo with watercress kind of sandwich. Super easy, and you're pretty much guaranteed it's going to be in a shop.
Amazon Fresh, by any chance, Milo?
Amazon Fresh, worst case scenario.
It's always still in Tesco because it's the shittest sandwich and no one wants it, Milo. That's why.
Right, go for it. I actually quite like it, being, I used to be
One
vegetarian.
with the turned up corners in
Poor
there.
Milo,
Side
fucking
of the
shots
fridge
fired
unit.
there.
The choice of back in the day when I was growing up, the choice for a sandwich for a vegetarian was fucking terrible.
Yeah, fair.
It was like, do you want some like mouldy cheese or do you want egg and cress? And you're like, I'll have egg and cress, please.
Makes sense.
Enough about my odd choice. Ian, what sandwich would you put in your mouth?
Well, since I feel this is developing into a Mark's poll, I'm going to keep this properly simple. And if this loses, I'm going to be gutted. Grilled cheese.
Fair.
Everybody loves a grilled cheese.
Jeez.
Ian, do you know what rhymes with grilled cheese?
What rhymes with grilled cheese?
Fourth place in the poll, probably.
I'm used to it after last week.
The motivation behind the question was also because as we're talking about Christmas, getting into the spirit and all that, I love Gavin and Stacey. I love the Christmas episodes of Gavin and Stacey, and they got the priest, and he sort of has them all in the church for the pre-run of the wedding. And like the priest goes, he goes, if you were a sandwich, what would you be? What's your favourite sandwich? And I just thought, what a great question. Mine is simple, and this is something that I used to have when I was younger, and I'm going to admit, once in a while, we'll do it still. I used to love cheese and salt and vinegar crisp sandwiches when I was younger.
Oh, I remember that when we were that sort of thing for kids, yeah.
And there was just something about it. When you put them in, you smash the bread on top of it, you heard them all go in there. It was just like, crunch. And it just tasted so, it was like popping a sandwich. And that is going to be my choice.
Must be a thing from the 60s, Milo.
Didn't they bring it back like not long ago? They did the whole like ad campaign of "Are you crisp in or crisp out?"
This segment almost feels like a food tribe segment.
So
mentioned to James May.
Yes,
but you are absolutely right, Ian, because I am doing a poll around it. It kind of just lends to itself.
Approved.
And I'm fully prepared to come in last place.
Oh, don't say that, Ian. You might be surprised. The Egg and Crest might take the dub this week. Who knows?
I certainly wouldn't be voting for that shit.
So we've killed two birds with one stone. We've talked about getting to know us a little bit more, and we're going to get a poll out of it as well. So, Ian, over to you, mate. Because I think it's only fitting that we have a little 60-second recap about Teddy Ursa Com Day that's around the corner.
Okay, my turn this week. So, Teddy Ursa Community Day. Milo, please start the clock. So, Teddy Ursa Community Day is Saturday, November the 12th between 2 and 5 p.m. Featured Pokemon, obviously, is Teddy Ursa and the debut of Ursaluna. It will learn the move High Horsepower, which has a trainer battle power of 100 and gym and raid power of 110. There will be a full moon, which you must evolve your Pokemon during the full moon to actually be able to evolve into Ursaluna. $1 box, which is 79 pence, and the bonus in this one are triple Stardust for catching Pokemon, 2 times chance for trainers level 31 and above to get XL candy. Incense and lures activated will last for 3 hours, double candy for catching Pokemon, 1 additional special trade, and trades made during the event will cost 50% less dust. Raid battles will be on after until 10 p.m, but let's face it, we really don't need to be doing that for this Pokemon. And I think that is about the other than stickers. You can find them by spinning, opening gifts, or Coops buying them.
Noise.
And buy them.
Forget
You're
Giratina
mad.
Origin stickers. I'm coming for you.
Max out the storage for stickers. I did see someone do that, to be fair.
Did they?
Yeah, someone legit maxed out their sticker storage.
Ian, great Teddy Ursa, love Teddy Ursa. I'm looking forward to it, and I know we've just done a very quick recap on it, but I do need another one. We've put this off, listeners won't know this, but we've put this off a few weeks in a row, and we always adjust it sometimes depending on how the show is going. But tonight we are going to play our first game, and this is a game that hasn't been played for a little while. But Milo, it's time for you to reintroduce your favourite game that you created. What the Ducklet?
What's the Ducklet?
His favourite game that we love so much that we've bumped for the last 5 weeks.
So yes, this game, if you have no idea what we're referring to, we made this game about 5, 6, 7 weeks ago as a new concept, and then it's been like as a spare on the show notes, and then every time it's been like, oh, we need to bump it because of runtime and stuff. I'm like, that's fine, because we don't even have a jingle for it at the moment of recording this. Hopefully there would have actually been one put into the show. So what's the Ducklet? So I'm going to read a Pokédex entry description, and then the guys have to guess what the Pokemon is. And I remember from last time, don't worry guys, I won't make this like a wide berth. We're going to stick within Kanto for this one. Okay?
Oh.
And I'm still going to hate it.
Still going to hate it. Well, let's find out, Mr. Casual. So, sticking within Kanto. Okay, now, it's first to, 2 points?
1 point.
1 point.
Oh, cute.
First to get one right. What the Ducklet. The Pokemon's description reads as follows. This Pokemon's body is encased in extremely hard scales. It is adept at sending foes flying with harsh tackles. This Pokemon is at its strongest when it is defending its young.
Sandshrew.
Fearow.
Ian, give us a guess.
Good God. I've got no idea.
I thought you said flying as well.
Yeah, it sends its foes flying with harsh tackles.
Oh, damn. Here's me saying a flying type. God damn it.
Golduck?
Okay, I'm gonna help you guys out a lot, hopefully. The clue is this is a poison ground type Pokemon from Generation 1. This Pokemon's body is encased in extremely hard scales.
Oh, Arbok. Oh, for fuck's
Ekans.
sake, I don't like this
Ekans.
shit game.
Ekans.
No,
Unfortunately,
because the description, it looks after its children, innit? That means it'll be the top evolution.
Ian, have another guess, and I'll really help. I'll try and help you out.
Rhyhorn?
Oh.
No, that's
Poison, bro.
ground.
What?
No. I was just thinking scales. What?
Poison ground type. Okay, so it's a dual type Pokemon.
I am as well.
Yeah,
Ian.
that was as bad as me, bro. That was as bad as me with the London Eye. Poison type Rhyhorn.
What is the poison ground?
Maybe this is why we don't bring this game back. We forgot how terrible this is. Anyway, I'm going to give you
one more clue.
I'm going to
One more
give you
clue.
2 little clues on this one. Okay, so it is the final stage of a 3-stage Pokemon, and it can only be female.
Oh, Nidoqueen.
Nidoqueen.
Yeah.
Poopsie boy got it. There we go.
Because he wasn't looking at his phone.
Nidoqueen.
No, I wasn't.
Going through. See, that's why I didn't give Pokédex numbers, Ian. So people can't look it up.
Milo, to be honest, mate, you could have
given
said
us the number, we
Nidoqueen,
wouldn't
I
have
would
got it.
Yeah, bro, exactly. You could have said Nidoqueen, I would have still gone Arbok, bro. Like, honestly. So I win then, right? It was first to 1. I win.
Let's take a vote, boys. Are we
Behave.
doing first to 1 on that game and moving on?
Yeah. Let's move on.
All right, yeah. Let's call Coops the winner. Coops is the winner of What the
I
Ducklet.
think we've realised why we've always bumped this game, haven't we?
Yeah.
Tried to make it a bit more simple, sticking one generation. Nope, still doesn't work. Oh well. We will not be seeing that game probably for a very long time until we forget.
Maybe after Christmas.
Until we forget about it again. There you go. What the Ducklet, people. Hope you enjoyed it.
Do you know what, bro?
Thank you.
Do you know what? I actually don't hate it. It's just very difficult. I don't hate it at all. It's just hard, bro. It's hard.
Thank you, Milo. Maybe it'll reappear on our 100th episode. Who knows?
154th.
But that is What the Ducklet. So we're gonna. This is.
I'm not being horrible. It really is the shittest game ever.
It's not. We're the
Noise.
We're the shittest at knowing our Pokemon. That's the problem.
Oh.
Moving swiftly on. Last week we We were desperately waiting for this information to drop. Well, it didn't drop. It has done now. Ian, over to you for the first part of
Is the news.
Okay, well, Niantic, I think they dropped this actually on the 1st of November, didn't they? And I think
It was in really good time.
The month had actually started, yeah. So, yeah, thanks, Niantic, for that one. But we're going to start by looking at what's coming up in November. Now, we've already talked about the Dia de Muertos event. We've already talked about Community Day Classic last week. We've already talked about Tedio's Community Day. So, other events to look forward to: the Greedy Gluttons event, which will run from November the 9th, 10 a.m, until November the 17th at 8 p.m. Predictions, guys?
Shiny Gulpin.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Shiny Gulpin and Swallow. Pretty confident of those. If they don't, they've missed a trick. Seriously.
Yeah. And maybe Munchlax in eggs. Possibly.
Yeah, possibly. Munchlax is due its shiny as well, isn't it?
And boys, if anybody cares, virtually all of Gulpin's body is his stomach. As a result, it can swallow
I
something
wanted to drop
its
Gulpin in
own
the game,
size.
but I stuck
This
with
Pokemon's
Kanto.
stomach contains a special fluid that digests anything. So just if anybody cares, that's Gulpin's description there on the Pokédex.
In fact, you actually need that to eat an egg and watercress sandwich, don't you?
Oh, all right, fuck you, Ian. Jesus.
So what else can we look forward to in November? The Team Go Rocket Takeover. It's been a while since we've had one. That will be here from November the 14th at 10 a.m. until November the 17th. So only a 3-day event there. I don't really think we need predictions there. Team Go Rocket Takeover, it pretty much speaks for itself.
New Shadow Shinies, though.
Possibly more shinies, but
There will be. Don't know what they'll be, but
if the team leads are rotating, there will be, yeah.
they'll rotate them. We should get some new Shadow Pokemon, hopefully. We'll find out.
And then at the end of the month, we have the Astral Eclipse event, which will run from November the 23rd at 10 a.m. local time until November the 28th local time.
Nice. The Astral Eclipse one will be the final bit of the Cosmog research, won't it?
The one that we've refused to evolve our Cosmox
Yes.
for.
Yes, they're probably going to go, here's the final stage. You have to evolve. If you've evolved to Cosmoem, the one that goes like super tiny, they'll make you probably choose between Solgaleo and Lunala, and then after that you'll probably get another Cosmog. So they'll
Quite
force you to
possibly.
evolve it.
But there is one event that I actually didn't cover that is also happening in November, and it's one that I'm absolutely gutted that I can't attend. The Singapore Safari Zone will run from November the 18th until November the 20th, and out of the three sort of APAC Safari Zones, this is the one that I think is looking amazing. It was one I would have loved to have gone to.
So,
But yeah, if you're going to go to that one, guys, have a great time.
You know, to be fair, like these events look really fun, and again, I'm not being horrible and taking the mick, but I feel like I could like do my predictions on these events, but what I would predict is going to be completely opposite to what
you want to
Niantic have
predict
done.
something that's actually quite good, and we're going to get a load of bollocks.
Yeah, ding, ding, ding. If I had the soundboard, Milo, I'd give you a thank you. I'm not really going to sort of say too much, but like I've said, everybody loves TMing away frustration, as we've spoke about in depth before. I think new Shadow Shinies. I like the fact that there's going to be, more grunts at stops. You can, and the good thing about that is the event's not too long. I really like that 3-4 day. That's lovely. That's enough time that just when the grunts get really annoying, they go again. I like that. When they've been 9-10 days before and the grunts are everywhere, it just gets bloody annoying. So that's a really nice amount of time. But yeah, like I said, bring on November, man. Bring on November.
And Coops, I don't know if you actually did this last time or not. After the Community Day, so we've got Teddy's Community Day on November the 12th. On the 13th, Elite Raids are back. So Milo, get ready to have your gyms blocked again.
Thankfully, I won't be raiding Ursaring, so I probably won't be so
many
mad.
people will actually. I'm just hoping it's a different raid boss this time. I hope it's not Hooper and Bound again.
Well, that's it. We'll see, because whether they bring Hooper and Bound back for a second round because of issues that happened with the first one, or whether it is going to be something fresh, I kind of hope it's going to be something fresh. If they're going to do this with elite raids of the day after a com day, and I know it's only the second time we've had them put in the game ever, but somewhat of a pattern starting to form, maybe. I don't know, it's the Sunday after a Saturday com day.
Possibly, yeah. It makes you wonder.
To be honest, I'd be happy with Giratina Origin.
Shadow
Coops are like, forget about 5-star range forever. I just want Giratina Origin form forever.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. It's definitely a fan favourite for me.
He loves it, don't you, Coops? You've missed that one.
Mark, with the Elite Raids, do you think they will put them over just EX gyms, or do you think they might have listened to what you said a couple of weeks back about there being no Elite Raids nearby you?
Knowing how Niantic work, I think that won't be their priority. I think their priority will be getting the rare spawns right around them.
Yeah.
I think that's right. I think that's fair,
I think
yeah.
that'll be the priority, is getting those rare spawns right and making sure they don't disappear and maybe widen and get that element of it right. I think if they nail that right, I think they don't need to worry about the EX because people will travel to them and will find something. If they're that hell-bent on doing them, they will coordinate better and maybe go a little bit further afield for it, because I think I do agree that this should be a different mechanic for these types of raids, because you're getting something for it. So I think that'll be the priority, is getting that aspect of it right, because that makes it really worth doing, doesn't it? Let's be honest. If you do get those rare,
if you get
rare
like the
spawns around
Kanto
it,
birds in the wild, but nothing like that happened last month.
Hang on, we got a Mindfu to disappear.
We got a Mindfu 30 or 40 meters away that disappeared.
Yeah.
Yes.
I kind of hope they've increased the range a bit, like boost it to 60 meters. So then
30
at least
meters is literally nothing. That's the problem.
it's spitting distance.
It's a very small diameter.
very
It's
Second
30
time
meters.
tonight, Ian. Second
30
time tonight.
meters to one
It's a radius,
diameter.
yeah.
it's a very small diameter. And then, Ian, we've got this little question mark thing, haven't we? That could mean anything, couldn't it?
We
On
do
November
at the end of the
27th.
month, which, again, at this point, it could be absolutely anything.
Giratina Origin.
It's a one-day
No, I'm
event, so
joking, I'm
it's possibly
joking.
going to be a raid day. It's a one-day event on the 27th of November, so is that a weekend? It's probably going to be a raid day or
The
something.
27th is a Sunday, so it's going to be a raid day if you look
It's
at
going to
it.
be a raid day.
A research day.
Well, it's a
Or
6
a
hour
research day would be nice.
jobby, which is
yeah.
interesting to see that. Well, most things are now, they're always like a 3 hour. They've always been pushing the 3 hour thing, so it's interesting they're doing 11 till 5 like they had,
In which case,
rather
actually,
they had
Mark
to do
might
with
be
Mega
onto something
Gyarados
that
raid
it
day.
could be a research day.
What was the last research day we had?
Inkai.
Shieldon and
Was it Inkay?
Cranidos, was it? Oh, it was
Inkay.
Inkay, wasn't it? It
No,
was
you're right,
Inkay.
Inkay. But that was a 3 hour window.
That was 3 hour, yeah.
Oh, was it? All right.
It'll be interesting to see. I all I'm hoping is that it's not just another
Cosmog
random
Research Day.
Oh, that could be interesting if they do that, or Cosmog Raid Day or something bizarre.
Or dare I say, could it be something to do with PvP if it's 6 hours?
Yay.
Well, they've already got a battle day
Makahita.
on the 6th.
No, so they're not going to do 2 in a month. Okay.
Mega Gyarados Raid Day Part 2.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about, because obviously Mega Gyarados Raid Day was meant to be a 3 hour window, and they cocked it up and it became a
We did
6
get
hour
6 hours 'cause
window.
It was cocked up, yeah.
And it was
yeah.
just a random Mega Gyarados Raid Day. You know, like,
Saying that though, it might be another Mega Raid Day. That wouldn't be too bad.
depends on the Mega, I guess.
Yeah, Ampharos,
does,
that'd
yeah.
be really good.
Mega Giratina Origin form.
Yeah,
That would be
baby. Now you're talking, bro, with Frenzy Plant. Now you're talking.
Yes.
Mark would want Mega Manectric.
Oh dear. Well, either way, it looks like that question mark. It's going to be a fun day. Well, talking about new releases. Talking about things that are new, we're going to have a new Pokemon coming to the game in November, and I think it's only fair that our beloved Counter Brothers talk us about all things Guzzlord.
The trumpeting dynamic duo is back.
Yeah, we back, bitches.
Yes, because, as Marcus said, it's a new Ultra Beast.
Yes, Guzzlord.
Ian, new Ultra Beast, Guzzlord is a Dark Dragon type.
It most certainly is Whitfield, which means it is week 2. Bug Dragon, Fighting Ice, and Fairy.
Or, if you remember back to Dino Conde, everything that you took in versus Swilus.
Basically,
afterwards.
yes.
So it is exactly the same typing as the Dino family up to Hydreigon. Boy, oh boy, have you got some Kansas choice. Seriously. To satisfy the Mega Connoisseur who's hosting the show, you've got a various range of Megas you could utilise. Mega Abomasnow is in there. You could use Mega Altaria if you really wanted to. Mega Charizard X. You're spoiled for choice on the Bug Megas. You can use Mega Beedrill, and Mega Skizor would be quite good as well. And obviously Mega Lopunny. actually, as well. You've got so much choice.
You really spoil for choice. I mean, in terms of fairies, you've got Milo's favourite Gardevoir. Zacian is a nice choice if you're looking legendary. What else can you do? Milo's absolute favourite, the one that Milo literally loses his shit over, Togekiss.
Yay.
And of course, you can use a couple of Tapus. So Tapu Koko and Tapu Bulu, also affectionately known as Tapu Bunda. Yes,
Yes.
you can use those as well.
Tapu the Bunda versus Guzzlord. Perfect. Obviously, the dragons on the back of Origin Giratina should have a dragon team already set up. So you can throw in things like Rayquaza. Oh my god, there's so many. The shadows like Dragonite Salamence. We've got Dratini Comde Classic that's already happened. So you should have some Dragonites from that you could take in versus Guzzlord, the Alga Palkia, etc.
Now, to be fair, I think we've been through about 12 cards. I think we've covered it well. But
People should have pretty solid teams to counteract this mon, to be honest. But if you're looking for fighting type mons, Conkeldurr is in there. Obviously, Machamp is a solid pick as well. Hariyama, not the worst in the world, but you can also use Terrakion now that it's got double kick as a fast move, which is quite cool. You just use shadows nowadays, Shadow Machamp, etc. But ice types, you got Swinub evolving into Mamoswine. The shadow or the normal is perfectly good. Galarian Darmanitan, very good pick. Budget ice type Pokemon, Glaceon, nice pick as well. Ian gave a nice little budget one of Sylveon, I think, earlier as well, so it's alright, it's good. And then bug types taking Caterpie, if you've got the numbers.
Milo. It's a lovely looking Pokemon, isn't it? Guzzlord.
It's going to be a weird one because its stats are very bizarre. It is solely an HP heavy mon, but it has no defense and no attack. So it's just like
Stamina
a big
is off the
punching
chart, yeah.
It's a big punching bag essentially. So you are going to need quite a few people to take it down.
So is it kind of like because obviously it can't be shiny in November, so is it kind of like a one and done? So maybe join the hype on the first 24, 48 hours.
Definitely get your raids in early if you're wanting to do it, because it may be a bit like. And the thing is, even Defense Form Deoxys actually has some use because of the PvP side of things. This won't be good in raids or PvP likely.
Okay, cool, nice to know. I'll jump on the
It
hype
may be
straight
like
away.
Great League, Ultra League, but you probably won't be able to get one. Like, I don't know, the moveset. We don't know the movesets at this point, so it could be completely stuffed.
Lovely, lovely. Guzzlord, loads of things. We'll be taking it down quite easily with a variety of Pokemon available to us. So it's time for game 2. We're getting a second game into this one, which is a rarity. And Koopsy, it's over to you, buddy.
Play your dicks right. No need for that. Gentlemen, welcome to Play Your Digs Right. Really funny that we talk about Ultra Beasts. And Mark, you were looking at the decks there, so I hope you don't remember it, because I actually prepared for this game, and you might have given away one of the answers, but it's not a problem.
Mark's going to win.
But I will just say one thing, gentlemen. You know, normally when we play a game and you guys troll me and you add in a Pokemon from generation 476 and I've never heard of it. Yeah, you know, you do that all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, good luck for this round.
So, I think you know what's coming. So we're going to start with Marky Boy, which is kind of annoying because I think you're going to get the first one right, but that's fine. And then we'll go to Ian, then we'll go to Milo. So boys, heads down, thumbs up. Do you remember that game? Okay, Marky Boy. Is Guzzlord higher or lower than Necrozma?
Oh, fuck. I think it's higher.
That's incorrect, my man.
Oh,
Marky, you even said that Guzzlord and all the other ones are above because we've not... Marky!
yeah, that's what. But I thought Guzzlord was the. Oh shit! It wouldn't be, would it, Coops? I mean, oh no!
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm an idiot,
bro. I'm an idiot. You're not. I am. Okay, so Ian, is Magerna higher or lower than Marshadow?
Higher.
That is incorrect.
Still in the game. Still in the game.
Boys, I need to get this wrong and then we can keep going.
So Milo.
Roselia, higher or lower?
So Milo, for the dub, this is going to be absolutely hilarious. Is Stakataka higher or lower than Blacephalon?
It just makes it doubly funny because you're butchering. I don't know how these Pokemon are pronounced.
Exactly, doesn't help, does it?
It's so funny.
Listen, they're soon going to be in Go, but let me say it one more time. Is Stakataka, I'm sure that's how which is hilarious. Is
that is correct.
Okay, Stakataka higher or lower than Blackifalon? Blackifalon.
It sounds like blasphemy.
Yeah, no, it's like blast. Listen, it's going to come out in Go, so we're going to know about it soon. Higher or lower? Your answer is, my friend.
I'm going to put Stakataka higher than whatever the blasphemy Pokemon is.
No, it's lower.
Round 2, boys. We did it.
We're all equally as shit as each other.
Oh, no. I'm shitting myself because I've got another 8 to try and pronounce.
This is my favourite segment.
Marky, is Frostmoth higher or lower than Snom?
Higher.
That is correct, my man. Well done. Ian, is Morpeko higher or lower than Indeedee?
Bulbasaur. Lower.
That is incorrect, my man. It is higher. Okay, and Milo, if you get this wrong, Marky Boy takes the dub. Is Hatena higher or lower than Hatrem?
I'm going to go lower.
That is correct.
Yes.
Well done.
I love it how we're actually thinking about this and we've got no idea at all.
So apologies, Ian, you are out. So Marky Boy, is Toxel higher or lower than Aracuda?
I think Toxel is lower.
That is incorrect. It's higher. So Milo, for the second time tonight, for the dub, is Bulbasaur Okay. Is Silly Cobra higher or lower than Roly Coly?
Oh, I'm going to go it's higher.
Milo takes the dub! Yes!
That's actually a legit game because we don't fucking know any of them.
Well done, Milo. And boys, can I just say as well, right? Listen, because obviously I'm really excited about the future of Go, yeah, because there's so many new Pokemon. Can we just appreciate that coming...
I saw your tweet.
Dude, guys, coming in the next generation, there's a 3-stage evolution based on an apple, right? We've got Applin. No, listen, we've got Applin, we've got Flapple, right? And then the last one is Appleton, which is basically an apple crumble with a face.
Nice.
Honestly, there is so many hilarious mons to come. Honestly, oh my god.
No, Coopsy, that was a solid game. Nice one.
Thanks, bro. Thanks.
Yeah, GG's, man. Now, I think it's time for Mark to actually own a segment we've not done for a while. So I think, Mark, it's time for you to bring a letter to the hosts.
Mail delivery. They're here. Sit.
Paul.
I do like that dog. Oh dear. This is a lovely letter from one of our friends. You know that we've done a few events with Dell Hazard X, who is part of the gang that played down in Ealing. He wrote us a lovely letter, and I'm going to start it from the top. Dear Incensed podcast hosts, I hit a personal goal of mine this morning and wanted to share it with you all. Hope this is okay. And in brackets, it's a long one, so feel free to paraphrase if it's used on the podcast. No, I'm not. I'm going to read it every single word, Dal. Some of you will know that I only picked this game back up in September 21. After playing in 2016 and very sporadically through the years, I picked up the game again as a way to keep myself entertained at home, as I considered it low intensity, catch 'em on, close game, while I was suffering a bout of cluster headache after a 10-year remission. By January 22, I was able to return to normal life, and between January to April 22, I became more invested in Pokémon GO, discovering your YouTube channels and this podcast along the way. On the 11th of April, I decided to set a goal of getting 8,000 to 10,000 steps in every day, and to start taking the game more seriously. Then I realised I could use shiny Pokemon as a weight tracker, i.e. whenever I got a shiny, I name it as my weight for that day and add a tag. At some point in April, Milo uploaded a video that mentioned a meetup in Ealing for Stuffle.com Day. I don't know what it was, but something compelled me to put my anxiety aside and just go. So on the 28th of April, I turned up in Ealing and was greeted by Milo, Mark, Ian, the amazing local community, and a few patrons. The fact that I've been for almost every community day, and even to London Worlds in Braggers, where I got to meet the mythical Coops. Yeah. Says a lot about how I feel about the community you have all built. Keeping it with you all has kept me motivated and focused on getting my steps in daily, playing the game and keeping my diet on track, mostly. Below is a shiny tracker which shows my progress so far. I'm very proud of this and need to keep going, but just wanted to give a heartfelt thank you to all of you for unknowingly joining me and supporting me on this journey. Dell's put some amazing images of all the shots of Shinies and the weight loss over that journey, and I think that's an absolutely beautiful lair. Thanks, Dell.
Inspiring.
Yeah,
inspiring, because he sort of, obviously Dell's come to a lot of events. Actually, he's come to all the Go Fests that we've done in Ealing, came to Worlds, cracking bloke. And when he talked to us about that in person, about that using Shinies to kind of monitor health tracking and stuff, I thought that's actually a really smart way of using the game as a motivation, genuinely. So thank you very much for allowing us to share that with listeners.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
It's genuinely awe-inspiring.
Weight loss for the win, baby. Let's get it.
Oh, yes. And shiny Pokemon.
Yeah.
Shiny Pokemon, indeed. We're going to go into the second part of...
It's the news.
I'm going to start off with talking about the 5-star raid in November. Going through till November the 8th, we've got Coops will be happy. We've got Giratina Origin form. Between November the 8th and November the 23rd, we have got Guzzlord. And then we've got Nihilego. Nihilego.
The jellyfish.
From November the 23rd, going through to December the 1st. Then the next exciting part of November is the Mega Raids. October the 20th to November the 8th, we've got Mega Burnett. The 8th of November going through to November the 23rd. Yeah, this is a good one for you boys and girls out there. Mega Gyarados.
Woo.
Think about that. That's coming back.
Nice.
And then we've got from November the 23rd to December the 1st, one of my favourite Mega Pokemon. And as the Mega connoisseur, this one scores right up there. We've got Mega Houndoom. It takes us into December.
Nice.
Absolutely. Just very quickly covering November's raid hours. Who doesn't love a raid hour? So we obviously had Origin Giratina's only raid hour, unfortunately, of November the 2nd. That's been and gone. November the 9th and November the 16th are both Guzzlord, the new Ultra Beast. Raid hour is 6 to 7 p.m. your local time. And then November the 23rd and the 30th are both Nihilego, the Jellyfish Ultra Beast. Those are those raid hours in the bag. So the best spotlight hour has already gone. November the 1st was Duskull, with the special Dia de Muertos costume on its face.
The what's it crown.
And then a week after that, on November the 8th, you are going to get Krogunk, and it's going to be 2 times XP for catching Pokemon.
If you fancy Spotlight Hour with double catch candy, November the 15th will include the Generation 1 Pokemon Porygon, which I should have done for What the Ducklet earlier.
And then the week after, on November the 22nd, you're going to get 2 times candy for transferring Pokemon, and you don't actually need to know what the Spotlight Hour is for that. Just focus on
transferring.
Yeah.
And the final Spotlight Hour on the 29th of November, including 2 times evolving XP. Master 27, his ears perked up at that point. But it is also going to include what has actually been a bit of a meme Pokemon for the podcast several months ago. Yes, it's Hoot Hoot. Hoot Hoot's got a Spotlight Hour.
And then to end off November, from November the 1st until December the 1st, alongside... actually, do you know what? I'm doing this the other way around because the star piece is more exciting. So alongside Starmie, you are going to get, drum roll please, 1 star piece for your research breakthrough.
That's quality.
It's Mark's favourite bonus.
It's a tough November. I've decided it's a tough November.
It's not amazing, but there are glimmers of hope. We read out the events earlier in the show. I'm really hoping that some of those are good. Team Rocket takeover events are usually good, but yeah, in terms of the raid scene, I mean, after a pretty intense last few sort of weeks with, Yveltal, Xerneas, new shinies, and then the Giratina's back. Guzzlord, no shiny. Nihilego's already been in the raids.
And no shiny.
No shiny still. Although, don't forget, Nihilego actually got a moveset change, so it's now actually pretty solid poison and
It's
rock.
useful, yeah. It's useful.
So it's a more useful Ultra Beast, actually, than it was before.
And I think that's the one that Coops didn't raid at the Go Fest finale,
is,
so you
this will
definitely
be
need to do at
your
least one of those,
Pokédex,
Coops.
boy.
Yeah, it will be.
No, I got one because you got one in you got one from the tart, one of the.
Oh, you got a free one, didn't you, from the research?
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair dues.
Like you said, I think November. Is it the Lego? The Lego.
Yeah.
Whatever it's fucking pronounced.
Yeah.
With that moveset change, is tasty actually.
Sorry, lads, I'm really sorry to interrupt, but Ian, is that a massive microphone by your mouth, or is that?
Stop looking at Ian.
Is that Mark's home?
It tastes quite nice, actually.
Oh.
The food tastes really nice.
Delicious.
Oh, you guys wisened up to my motives with the getting to know you question. I used it as a great opportunity to ask, or to basically put our favourite sandwiches out to the test and to the taste, maybe, to see what people thought about them. And the fun bit is when we do these polls, people don't know who suggested what till they listen to the podcast. We've had some great comments first. Sue HermesNinja says, how about a writing option like that? But Philly cheesesteak wins for me. Knack VGK has gone pork roll, egg and cheese. That sounds like a big mouthful of a sandwich, doesn't it? A pork roll? Lucy Davis said none of those. I prefer meat slices like chicken or ham. Our friend Keith, love Keith. Egg and watercress. Ooh, that's a little posh. I reckon that's Milo's.
Knows me too well.
Although that will give you the farts, so it could also be a Coopsy favourite.
God's sake.
I look forward to Sunday to find out the results. The North Star, Munster grilled cheese with ruffles and pickle. That sounds good. Spingiana, grilled cheese for the win every time. Maybe. The North Star has also put on it, the only proper way to make a tuna sandwich is tuna mixed with egg, mayo, sweet relish and minced onion. Add bacon or jalapenos if you wish. It just changes the sandwich completely, doesn't it? Kay Langer says, crisp sandwiches are top tier. And Kerry Young's put 100% loved the cheese spread and cheese and onion crisp sandwich growing up. Love for the cheese and crisp sandwiches. And Mystic Life put grilled cheese is a life. Is a word's that, Mark? Fucking hell. Grilled cheese is a lifestyle. So I had 50 people on my poll tonight.
Good management there, Marky.
That's a nice round number, isn't it?
In fourth place with 8% of the vote was Milo's egg and watercress sandwich.
That's why you go for it, because nobody's going to pick it.
It's always left in the corner.
Great,
It's
that's why
always
I
in the
always
corner
got
of
it.
the cabinet.
That when you go into Tesco, it's the only one left on the shelf.
Exactly.
It's a good strat.
It's always got a yellow reduced to clear label on it as well. hasn't it?
Yeah.
Whoa, it's not steep that
Christ.
level.
You never pay a full price for an egg and watercress sandwich, do you, Milo? In third place and sneaking onto the podium tonight with 20% of the vote, which was probably the combined total from last week's poll for the three of us. It's not a bad score. 20% was the tuna, cucumber and mayo sandwich.
God damn it.
In second spot with 22% of the vote.
Ooh.
Cheese and salt and vinegar crisp sandwich. So between the three of us boys, we got 50%, which means that the winner with 50% of the vote, and I think it's because he went the hot option, like that, Ian, was the grilled cheese.
Hey, well done.
sandwich.
Keep it simple. Everybody loves a grilled cheese.
Congratulations, Ian.
Thank you. I had to win something tonight.
Ian takes the dub. So we will go into our favourite section of the show. It is time for
Shinies of the week.
I've got one here from @SuperDuperJT. He says, hopefully @Coops the Casual won't say my shinies are poo compared to my girlfriend again this time. Mine are with the Giratina. But whilst listening to @Incensed podcast, as always, I got these. Also, @Coops the Casual, do you see what I see? I can see it all the way from Texas. It's Mark's poll. Hashtag shinies of the week. So
Nice.
JT got a shiny Roselia, Pumpkaboo, Vulpix, obviously they're all with the costume, and 2 Giratinas. His girlfriend got a Chinchu, a Shadow Shiny Charmander, two costume Punkaboos, a Sentret, and a Piplup with a costume. And JT, I hate to say it, but your shinies compared to your girlfriend are again shit.
God. Good stuff. Right. I've got one from Apex at Edgar Ramirez 92. I like to share a bit of my culture, hashtag Dia de Muertos, and was able to get me the shiny, hashtag Shiny of the Week at Incensed Podcast. And it's actually a nice little AR shot of the shiny Duskull with the, I'm going to butcher the name of the flower crown, so I won't bother saying it, but the 3 yellow flowers on it. Congratulations.
Well, they've got the photos, haven't they, of all the people that have passed, and with like the food offerings there as well.
Yeah.
A great one, Apex. Nice one. So I'll go next. So Mr. Mossum, first shiny giraffe. Reversal would be proud. In between doing at Coops the Casual raid invites, hashtag Shinies of the Week at Incense Podcast, shiny giraffe rig. Well done, man.
Can't go wrong with the shiny giraffe rig. Nice one.
Top geezer, Mr. Mossam. It's great fun spending the last event together for the Comday Litwit. And my one is from Malcolm Burgess at Incense Podcast. Was listening to the podcast on my second walk of the day whilst everyone in my neighbourhood was celebrating Halloween. And what did I stumble upon? I stumbled upon this shiny spider. Sorry, Ian. Blue spinner.
I still need it.
Shiny spider.
Love that.
But I do like the screenshot. Listening to our podcast, Zorua Shambles stickers updating who we'd cosplay. 40 minutes into that episode, he got his shiny Spinnerack. And his hashtag was Shinies of the Week. And hashtag, oh, shiny Spinnerack friends. I like that. Oh, shiny Spinnerack friends. Oh, friends. Do you know what? I love. We say this every week, but I love our listeners when they do tweet these in. They just absolutely nail it. So that's 91 done. We've got a few more to go before we hit the big ton. But yeah, if you enjoyed the podcast, please continue to rate it on all of the platforms available and hit that little follow and subscribe button if you haven't done so already. We need more 5-star reviews. We want savage 5-star reviews. Please send them in to us because we will read them out. Please, if you don't do so already, follow us on Twitter. We will be buying our blue tick soon for Mr. Musk. Thank you, Elon. TikTok and Insta.
Yes, $8 will be going Elon's way.
Follow us to keep updated with all the latest stuff. Did anyone get anything good tonight? I haven't actually really been playing it at all, which is probably why.
No,
I've got nothing, and I've been raiding as well.
I've done a few raids, but nothing. I'm definitely not a Pokemon master.
You are not here.
Very good.
Very good.
Hashtag Shinies of the Week if you get anything good, if you want to be featured on that section next week. Oh wow, I've just been gifted a ticket for the thanks Spin Diana live on air. That was very nice of you. I had to go open and that just popped up.
Oh yeah, the Dratini Comedy ticket.
Yeah, Sue sent me one as well, bless her. Thank you, Sue.
Thanks Barside too.
Yeah, thanks Uncle Mystic.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's lovely. It's lovely, that is. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So we'd like to thank all our Patreon members. Your support allows us to produce the podcast experience that we do so far. And obviously, I'd like to thank all our bronze and silver Patreon members collectively. So thank you very much. Over to the gold tier members, though.
We really do appreciate it because the show sounds impeccable because of you. HermesNinja.
TishSmith.
Man like JB.
CliffordMert.
DerbyRuss.
Kerry and Zachary.
Connor Lee.
Dom the Ragnarok.
Kimber.
And finally, MUFTi. Thank you very much for your pledges. They do genuinely help the podcast.
Very much so.
Thank you, everyone. And thank you, boys, for doing that. That was a lovely way to end out the show. So to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to listen. Have a great week. And we will see you next week. And on that Pumpkabunda shiny thing that never happened for any of us, keep safe.
I choose you!